Hello there, and welcome to the Ina Show. Today on the Ina Show, I am going to discuss with you, my viewing audience, tips on how you can keep an adulterer or an adulteress out of your marriage. Now, it's not a foolproof plan because when it comes to adultery, that really is based on that individual choices. You know, your spouse can choose, regardless of what you do, to commit adultery, have a relationship outside of his marriage. Or your wife can choose to have a relationship outside of your marriage, regardless of what you're doing. And sometimes people have addictions that drive them to commit adultery or fornication, whatever you want to call it, in their relationships. So, let's go ahead and get started with a few tips that, at least for those who are working their marriage and would like to safeguard their marriage and have their marriage strong, and they want to learn secrets on how to keep their marriage strong, alive, and active. Let's start with you, okay? All right. First, I would like to talk about preventing loneliness. Loneliness is really something that a lot of married couples experience. Their spouses can be in the same house and never really communicate or talk with each other or spend time with each other. They go to work, they come home from their jobs, and they go into their separate spaces. Maybe the husband goes into watching television, and the wife, she goes into cooking or whatever it is, the children, and the two never come together. They never meet. The two never touch base. So you can have loneliness in your home while your husband or your wife is there, because no one is taking time to actually become intimate with each other. So one of the keys to preventing an adulterous relationship is don't allow loneliness in your relationship. Pay attention to your spouse. Pay attention to your wife, husbands, and women, pay attention to your husbands. And when I say pay attention, what does that actually look like? That means give attention to. Take time to say, hello, how are you today, honey? What was your day like? And actually take time to listen, which goes right into the next one, is soothe one another's emotions by listening. Listening is so important. For a female in particular, we want to talk, share our hearts, get whatever is on our mind off, and not necessarily want all of the answers or the solution or want what we're talking about fixed. We just want to talk about it. Men, on the other hand, they want to talk about what it is that's going on, and they want some communication back and forth. And they want to pick your mind. They want to hear what you have to say. But what you have to say needs to be said in a positive way. You don't need to be condescending or whatever an issue is. You don't need to be judgmental or act like you're his mother, which oftentimes women step into a motherly role like that when you're talking to their men about issues. But, you know, what you can do as a female is actually listen and talk about all the good things that he is accomplishing and praise him for those things. To make him feel good about himself, especially during rough times and rough seasons. It's always good to help your spouse feel good about him or herself. And men, the way you do that with women is actually listening. And you know what? Maybe later on, give her some flowers or something, or a flower. It doesn't have to be a whole bouquet, but just something to say that you were listening to what she had to say, and feeding her emotions by giving her maybe a flower or a card or something that's geared towards the conversation, especially if it was something that was serious. Another important key is give each other sex, or for the woman, emotional pleasure when desired. Now, Emotional pleasure when desired. You know what that really is? That is taking time out to soothe her and to just love on her, tell her how wonderful she is to you, what she means to you, how valuable she is. That's an emotional pleasure for a woman. Emotional pleasure is an unexpected gift for a woman. Most women can tell you a surprise gift or a gift left on the bed, especially after we've had sex. Oh my goodness, that is such a high for a female. So I'm telling you guys, especially you men who want to know how to pleasure your women, I'm giving you some tips and some cues of how to do it and be overboard about it so someone else don't come in your place and give her what she desires. Emotional pleasure. Even if it's chocolate candy and you wrapped it up and made it look wonderful, or had somebody at a store wrap it up, make it look wonderful, give it to her and then say all kinds of wonderful things to her, or how sweet she is, how wonderful she is. And for the men and women, give them their sexual pleasure and desire when they desire it. It's really that simple. Men don't require as many gifts. They like gifts and they enjoy receiving gifts from us. But their thing is, how many different ways can we have fun in the confines of a sexual relationship? Because for them, having a sexual relationship gives them like a release. It's not a negative release, but just a release of, I feel great, I feel wonderful. So that's the communication there for a female as far as sexual. Yes, she loves to have sexual pleasure, but she loves to have her emotions fulfilled. And emotions fulfilled comes with gifts and things and lavished out extra unexpected. It's the key here is unexpected men. If she tells you go buy her flowers, don't go buy the flowers because you done blew it. Okay, buy her something else. Don't get something else. She's trying to give you a cue. Okay, later on get her the flowers, but just at least listen to some of the things that she enjoys. Also, pay attention. Pay attention to dates, anniversaries, birthdays. For me, my birthday is very important. Birthdays and anniversary, oh yes, Christmas. So I guess that's all the major holidays. But birthday, Christmas, and anniversaries for me are very important. And so my husband and even my children know that, and they really take time to make sure that is fulfilled within me. I have my emotions satisfied within. And for the men, you just make sure you take time to praise him, honor him, respect him. Respect. And you know what? Because you know what? The adulterous woman, she's going to be respecting him. She's going to be praising him. She's going to give him sex. And you know what? He'll turn around and give her the things that she wants because he's getting something from her. That's what their relationship is there for anyway. They're establishing something that causes a bond. Now, I know we're getting ready to run out of time, but listen, I want you to take time to write me. And I probably will do another segment on how to get rid of the adulteress or adulterer in your marriage relationship. It's so important, again, ladies and gentlemen, to really be engaged in your marriage. That's important. That's the key. Be there. Be present in your marriage and in your relationship. Pay attention to your spouse. Pay attention to one another and love on each other and do unexpected things and gifts to one another. Write me, Ina, at www.theinashow.com, and you can get my book there. Also, take time to contribute to the show. If this show has been good or has helped you in any way, please help make the show possible for more viewers and to help us to go syndicated by writing and contributing to the Ina Show. Until then, live life in a phenomenal way.
10 minutes right there.